They believe that it could possibly be related to a retaliation for a shooting that happened this morning in the uptown area of Harrisburg. Here's a live look at the scene. And you can learn a lot on YouTube, like how to fold a week's worth of clothing for your vacation and bring it onto a carry-on. But that's not the only thing. You can also learn how to change your oil. Annie, this fire started around 2:30 at a Forest Hills Drive home. Neighbors tell me they heard an explosion and then saw the flames. Bath salt use is so new sometimes it is tough to spot, but police tell me the best way they can describe it is it's like dealing with a crazy person with superhuman strength. There's something strange in this neighborhood. It's the sight of more than 500 people waiting in line to get inside of a Lower Paxton Township liquor store to meet Dan Aykroyd.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
In meeting the superstar for the very first time, I found out he's a pretty nice guy.
Why don't we get a chair for you here?
A chair? The man known for playing in movies like Ghostbusters and Blues Brothers signed hundreds of bottles of his award-winning Crystal Head vodka. Talk to me about this. Why vodka? Why are you doing this? Because when I think of Dan Aykroyd, I normally think I want a shot.
Oh, well. Geez, you should think
now
that.
I should, right? Yeah. The Canadian says he feels like Pennsylvania is his neighbor and has really enjoyed meeting the people in our area, especially the Ghostbusters fan club.
I'm going to take care of them right now. It's very humbling, very gratifying. What's neat is that I get to see some of the children and some of the grandchildren occasionally on these signings, see that Blues Brothers and Ghostbusters has translated to the next generation, and that to me means everything.
As for his next movie role, Aykroyd says he will be featured in an HBO movie this spring called Behind the Candelabra, the Liberace story. With the Dauphin County Mobile Newsroom in Lower Paxton Township, Ewa Roman, CBS 21 News. With bulletproof vests on, we hop in Corporal Milo Hooper's Harrisburg police SUV and hit the streets. In no time at all, a disorderly conduct call comes in. He hits the lights and speeds to the scene. The longtime member of the Harrisburg police force knows that these days, those kind of calls can mean someone's high on bath salts. The call turns out to be nothing, but it reminds Hooper of a bath salt encounter from not too long ago.
Went out there, the guy was kind of amped up, out of control. The CERT team ended up responding. He just kept walking back and forth, pacing back and forth in the attic, only like a 20 or 30 foot area. And the whole time, for 3 to 4 hours, he just was hooked and he couldn't get off of it. And what he wanted to do was suicide by police. Special
training is what's taught Harrisburg officers how to spot a bath salt user and what to do.
It's pretty much the same signs as someone high on PCP. They're agitated. They seem agitated, like very amped up.
And ready to strike, even at police officers.
You really want me to come out, don't you? All they want to do is get high, but they're not aware of how this is affecting them and their surroundings.
713 glass.
When these officers come up to you and tell you about their stories about people high on bath salts, what's your reaction to all that?
Well, it's just like any story when an officer tells you any experience they have. Your first reaction is to start to evaluate what you're hearing and to use it to your own experiences and try to learn from anything they have done or haven't done.
Ads selling bath salts in the local paper make it tougher for police. Even though the synthetic drug is banned in Pennsylvania, people have found ways to create loopholes and sell them by changing the formula.
All right, 10-4.
On these streets, officers rely on their training and recent increased experiences, hoping each bath salt encounter will be their last. As paramedics work to save the life of an 18-year-old man who'd been shot, bystanders just can't believe what's happening.
But it's saying, like, people in Harrisburg need to stop.
What happened? The deadly shooting happened around 4:15 this afternoon at Park and South 16th Streets in the city.
Me and a couple of these women over here watch them and paramedics working on that baby. I don't know how old he is, but he was young. We got to stop killing each other.
It's crazy out here. It's tough. I hope these young guys get the message. We got to cut this out.
Police spent about 3.5 hours collecting evidence. Investigators believe this shooting may have been in retaliation to the one that happened this morning in Uptown. People who live here in Harrisburg say the violence desperately needs to stop.
Black genocide is in effect, and we got to stop doing this. Y'all need to grow. You need to grow. You need to grow older. You got to stop killing each other. It's becoming too much.